Day one of our trip at Abandoned Dunes unfortunately brought us a lot of rain. That did not deter us from playing, but unfortunately I was not able to film any of my rounds. We started our trip off playing Abandoned Preserve, a 13-hole par 3 course, and you can see what the course conditions would be like for us. Our second round was at Sheep Ranch, and man do I wish I could have filmed this round because I was hitting the ball very well. I shot an 81 and only missed one fairway the entire round. And yes, we even decided to play a third round since it was free. This round would be played at Abandoned Dunes, but my body physically would not allow me to get through 9 holes, and I decided walking 40 holes in one day was enough for me. That brings us to day 2. Our round would be at Pacific Dunes. The sun was shining, the wind would be at full force, as you expect playing off the Pacific Ocean, and we had a lot of fun. So this is part 1 of my round at Pacific Dunes. The first hole is a rather short par 4. I have driver in hand, and this ball would balloon up into the air. We had about 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts to start the round, so that would only go 180 yards. From that lie, I actually struck the ball very well. It would end up in the back of the green, so I am putting for birdie.
Dude, sucks. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
And that is a nice way to start the round with a par after a poor tee shot. Second hole, 335 yards, hitting driver once again, finding the fairway this time. If you've never been to any of the courses at Abandoned Dunes, the fairways are massive, so it is very easy to find the fairway. The difficulty of these courses lies around the green and the wind conditions. So I find the bunker here. This is my third shot. I caught a little bit too much of the ball, would roll to the back of the green, so I got this rather long putt for par. Trying to limit your mistakes is the name of the game, especially at Abandoned Dunes. So I got this testy 5-footer for bogey, and we pushed that well right of the hole. Certainly not my best effort. Tap in for double bogey. Going to the third hole, par 5, 476 yards. And as you can tell from the first 3 holes, they are not very long. I'm sure that is something Tom Doak took into consideration when he created this course. It is only 6,100 yards, but when winds are as strong as they were on this day, it can play well over 6,500 yards. That would be a topped hybrid. That would almost go into the bunker, would stay on the fairway, but I have a very awkward lie. Look at the back foot. That would just slip right out from underneath me. I would hook this ball well left. The ball was unfindable, so I would have to take a drop. This would be my 5th shot. I would find the green, but once again, we are staring down the barrel of a double bogey. And this is not exactly how I wanted to start my round at Pacific Dunes. I would consider Pacific Dunes to be the best course out of all the Abandoned Dunes courses. I also think Golf or Golf.com, Golf Digest, they have it ranked at number 2 or number 3, behind Whistling Straits, behind Pebble Beach. And I would agree. I mean, I've played both those courses, and Pacific Dunes is right up there as one of the best courses in this country. So I played a low chaser there, and the ball would run all the way to the back of the screen. This is not a terrible putt from where I was, but would leave a testy 4-foot putt for par, and I just put too much pace on that putt. It would hit the back lip of the pin, and I would 3-putt for bogey. 5th hole, 181 yards. This is downwind, so I have 7-iron in hand. I caught that a little too thin, would come up short of the green. One of the coolest aspects about playing at the Abandoned Dunes golf resorts is that you can roll your golf carts onto the greens. It does feel like you're doing something bad, but take advantage of it. You're doing enough walking as it is. Speaking of doing something bad, that's another 3-putt. The wheels are coming off early, as that is my 3rd double bogey in 5 holes. 6th hole, another short par 4. Got driver in hand because the wind is into us. That would leak into the right side rough. And after 3 double bogeys and a poor strike there, I'm starting to unravel. Emotions are getting the best of me. But this third shot was not terrible, so I am putting for par.
Too hard.
We hit that a little firm, would run past the hole, but we would make the bogey putt. The 7th hole is one of the longer par 4s on the course at 436 yards. I put a little muscle into that tee shot there. It'd be about 280-yard drive, so I'm only looking at 175 yards. Got 6 iron in hand, and that is called getting stuck. Or if you're looking at it optimistically, a layup. If there was one thing I was consistently doing well during my time at Bandon Dunes was the pitch shots. Maybe because the rain brought softer greens, but it would save me a lot of strokes. I would end up bogeying that hole, so I am now 9 over through 7 holes.
Welcome to the jungle. We all fucking suck.
This big old slice is not my normal shot shape with the driver, but as frustrating as it was, it could have been worse.
Coming back to the right a little bit.
The hole bends at a 45-degree angle, so I could not go at the pin. So this would be my 3rd shot. And like I said in the previous hole, the pitching was pretty damn solid. I would put this to about 3 feet. This time the ball goes in. I'm hoping to turn it around now. 9th hole, 379 yards, and that is a solid drive from your boy. Only 102 yards. That is a gap wedge. I pushed that out just slightly to the right, but we are still putting for birdie just off the green. I'll let the on-course commentary speak for itself.
Hey, you jackass.
Apologies for not moving the camera here. I thought I was going to make this. You can't see it, but I would miss the par putt. So that would be another 3-putt bogey. That would be my 4th 3-putt in 9 holes. So I shot a 10 over 46. My tee shots aren't bad, but much like my round at Atlantic Dunes, the ball striking with my irons and putting is costing me a lot of strokes. This is not the start that I envisioned at Pacific Dunes, but we have a back 9 to play. Maybe I could turn it around. You can check out part 2 when it comes out later this week. For now, this is Ken Sucks at Golf. Don't be like me. Practice your short game. And I'll see you in the next one.